Welcome to your E&H Sports Interview. I'm Hope. Shockley. This past weekend, Emory Henry football team got back to 500 on the season, picking up their 5th win of the season over the Sac Atlantic Conference rival Erskine College 56-14 victory. Wasp sophomore quarterback Charles Mutter III accounted for 6 of the Wasp's 7 touchdowns, going 16 for 27 through the air, 176 yards and 4 scores. He also rushed 7 times for 44 yards and 2 scores. Joining me on set today to talk about the season is Charles. Thank you for joining us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
So let's talk about the Erskine game. In the first game, in the most recent game, you had a season high of 4 touchdown passes. What was it like? What was working well this past weekend?
We knew that we could take advantage of their DBs, their defensive backs. We knew we'd take advantage of them. We have really fast receivers, and we have guys that can go get the ball. So knowing that, and then going into the game, having their record being 0-9, well 0-10 now, we were like, okay, we'll take advantage of this, and we'll get to work.
Perfect. This season, you got hurt right at the halfway mark, missing games against Catawba, UVA Wise, and Mars Hill. How much of a challenge was it to get back on the field?
It was a pretty big challenge. I had a collarbone dislocation. It was supposed to be season-ending. That's what it was coming out of it. It was a season-ending injury. I was able to rehab a lot and get used to throwing the ball differently because it was on my right arm. I throw right-handed. And so with it being my right arm, everyone was very skeptical of me coming back this season. But I was able to get to where I could throw like 75% of my normal, and I was able to get back in there and play ball.
Do you think that the previous injury lingers in your mind, and how do you just get out there and play?
It does sometimes. It just depends. It's not really a factor. I don't really pay attention to it unless like I get hit and I feel it. Besides that, it's not like in my mind. It's not really a big deal to me anymore. I kind of just play fearlessly.
That's great. When we look at the season, the team was picked to finish 9th in the conference. That was about where we're at standing. How do you judge the season as a whole?
I'd say this is a transition year, kind of going into it. I mean, this is our first year that we were able to compete for site championship. We're not, but I feel we are very young. We are only graduating a few seniors. Unlike last year, we graduated a lot of the seniors, a lot of our starters, stuff like that. And I feel like this season, depending on this week, we could have a winning season, and this would be huge for our second year in the SAC. So I feel like it'd be really good.
So this coming Saturday is senior night and the last home game of the season. How much pressure do you feel sending off the seniors on a high note with the winning season?
Pressure-wise, I don't really feel pressure, but I definitely want to send the seniors out. I mean, I have Ricky, who's my right tackle, he blocks for me, and then I also have Zach, who's a tight end. And I mean, sending those guys out on a big note would be great. I mean, it'd be amazing. I mean, let alone also having a winning season and the seniors getting their last win. So it'd be great.
So I always love to ask athletes behind-the-scene questions. So first off, game day, are you the person that gets nervous?
I don't really get nervous before a game. I kind of listen. I have a select music that I listen to. So like I make sure that I'm calm, cool, and collective. Like it stays like sunny and 65 is like what I like to say. It's nothing that like will amp me up, nothing that'll like tear me down. Right. But like something in the middle that keeps me calm and cool. And so it kind of listening to that music kind of doesn't really get me nervous before a game.
So what is your go-to pre-game routine? Do you have one?
My pre-game routine, after the Wasp walk, it would be going to see the trainers, getting treatment, and then going out in the field. And then I have a specific receiver I throw to pre-game, and then I also have like a specific attire that I wear pre-game. And I would guess that would be like my pre-game routine, would just be doing that.
So the last question, the quarterback is a natural leader on the field. What is your approach to the position, and how do you show your leadership on the team?
I would say playing, I mean, going all the way back to high school, not a lot of people know this, I did swim, but I was not the best swimmer. I was not the best. I was not the best swimmer at all. I was terrible. But I did it so being the worst player on the team, or being the worst swimmer on the team, I could at least gain leadership and like figure out how to be a leader in that certain aspect by not being the best. And that, I feel like that really helped me out going into here, because I wasn't the best on the team. There's already seniors, there's juniors, like there's people that get to earn the respect of people. And so by doing that in high school, it helped me like prolong it here. So how do I show it? I mean, being vocal, making sure that everyone knows that like, hey, like I got y'all, like I have y'all's backs. Like, I mean, I say a lot of stuff like my bad, stuff like this, but I show it so like that the players also can understand that like, hey, like I'll take the blame. Like even if even if they know they messed up, I'll still take the blame, saying that like, hey, like it's on me, so that way there's not a lot of other things going on in their mind, that they can just move on to the next play.
That's perfect. So Charles, thank you for joining us today. Emory Henry football will close their season Saturday for senior night against Limestone. Kickoff is scheduled for 1 p.m. This has been your EHC-TV sports interview. I'm Hope Shockley.